Morning. Good morning. Morning all. Good. Yes. Good. Morning. Morning. Good morning. It is a morning. And it's a good morning. It's July the 10th. Approaching 8 a.m. It's a good morning. It's a beautiful morning. Says Shelley on Facebook. And so does Lucy. It's a beautiful sunshine. Good morning. The blind is coming down. The COVID-19 blind is descending. Hopefully it won't fall down. Hey. Oh, and the birds. I'm gonna say, there we go. Morning. Oh, we've already said that, haven't we? Welcome everybody to a new morning where we are exploring meditation, daily meditation, and enjoying our mind. It's helpful to appreciate that we can enjoy our mind. Yeah. The mind, the human mind which we have, can be looked at in a particular way, enabling us to enjoy having this mind. The latter half of our meditations, where we sit and merge into the mind, at that time we relax and rest into this space and just enjoy being in the present moment and enjoy our mind. It makes a lot of sense to learn how to enjoy the human mind because we are human and because we have a mind. And wherever we go, our mind is there. Whatever we bring into our life, material possession, acquisition we bring into our life, the way we experience that depends upon the quality of our mind. It makes a lot of sense to put energy and effort into our mind. When we appreciate that, it's a joy to meditate. Without that understanding, it's a struggle to meditate and we have to kind of push ourselves. But when we appreciate that our mind, the quality of our world depends on the quality of our mind, we will effortlessly sit down and meditate. And we'll take every opportunity to enjoy our mind. Try to let go of the future, let go of the past, even let go of the present, and be with our mind. without training our mind, it's not a particularly enjoyable place. It's maybe the opposite. This is why our whole world is based on distraction, distracting ourselves. Yeah. Sometimes there's maybe a reluctance to look at the mind or to sit with the mind, because it seems there are states in there that we are not happy with, that make us feel uncomfortable. Unpleasant feelings, emotions that we'd rather not have, so we distract ourselves away from that. We don't want to feel unhappy. We don't want to feel uncomfortable, so we distract ourselves away from that. You know, now with the birth of mobile phones, the growth of mobile phones, even when we have to wait, so we have to wait in a queue, even for 20 or 30 seconds, instead of just waiting, we get our phone out to distract ourselves from feeling discomfort. But that's just a superficial level of mind. It's the waves. And all the waves on our mind, to some degree, disturb. What we're doing in meditation is going beneath them. Well, you know, the other analogy we're using is the clouds. Yeah, we are letting them come and go. And then we're seeing beneath that peace, everything we want, all the happiness we want, all the contentment that we want, that we can work so hard to try to find outside of us. It's all there if we are patient with ourselves. We try to melt the ego and gradually start to dismantle it, this sense of grasping and cherishing our I, which causes so much confusion and makes us feel as though we're the center of the universe, which we're not. It's like all the attention shining on us. The mantra of me, 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 me. What about me? We try to melt that through remembering the kindness of others, remembering how much work others are putting in for us to enjoy our life. Everything we do depends upon the kindness of others. Let's say you're at home and a delivery person comes to your home with a parcel, which happens frequently. Yeah. That, and they knock on the door and deliver your parcel, and that parcel is sitting there. If we are just concerned with ourselves, maybe the first thing is we start worrying, maybe there is some contamination on that parcel. Yeah. Start worrying about ourselves. And that parcel is reminding us of this. But when we are remembering the kindness of others, just the presence of that parcel is reminding us of the kindness of all living beings. For that parcel to arrive in our home, that depended on countless living beings. Countless. I often say in the mindful eating classes, you know, you take an apple or something, how many people does that depend on? And the initial response is, 10, 15, 20. But then when you start discussing, you start realizing there's a lot more than 20 people, a parcel. If you just think about it on the surface, yeah, maybe not that many people. If you go deeper, so that parcel is actually reminding you of the kindness of all living beings, if you look at it with wisdom. And it doesn't just have to be a parcel. It could be anything. Like the delivery driver who brought the parcel to your door, they had a mother. Maybe they still have a mother in their life who gave birth to them. Okay. So for us to receive that parcel depends upon the kindness of that delivery driver's mother, indirectly. Otherwise, that delivery driver wouldn't be there. So when that delivery driver was born, what was the first thing that happened to them? Compassion. They received kindness. And they were taken care of. And the fact that they are able to appear at your door is a testimony to the kindness of others. And that's just taking into account their mother. Their mother also had a mother. And they also had a mother. So that's a lot of mothers. And for those mothers to be in existence depended upon networks, food networks, transportation networks. That delivery driver had to drive along transportation networks, which were built by 10 people, 20 people, 100 people, or like 1 million. Because to build a road requires many, many materials. And those materials need to be transported. And they need to be transported by people who required mothers to bring them into existence. They were all brought into existence by compassion. Yeah, when you start thinking about it, the mind is blown. But never mind, what about me? This is the ego. Never mind all that. And when you start thinking about it carefully, interconnected with every single living being. And we can choose how we view them. We can think others are not kind. We can highlight what they do wrong. Or we can think, I'm on the receiving end of so much kindness. How kind others are. Then our ego starts to become dismantled. We no longer feel isolated and lonely. We feel interconnected with this web. Yeah? And the web is made up of what? Kindness. And then we feel warm inside. And that openness. That sense of loving others coming. And we think that I'm going to meditate on their behalf. And then when we finish the meditation, we dedicate all the good energy to them. How do we, when we say all living beings, how do we connect to them? Because we're in this web. So everything you do connects with everybody. And everything they do connects to you. This is reality, actually. It's not just some made-up dialogue. This is how things are conventionally. This is why everything you do has an impact on other people. So this is how our meditations can have a great impact on the world around us. Everything we think, everything we say and do affects all living beings. So let's once again meditate with this appreciation and gratitude in our heart for the kindness we receive from others. And an appreciation of the network that we are part of. Just as we're sitting here now, try to get a feeling for that extraordinary network that you are in. And how, if we think carefully, its network is made up of kindness. And we're on the receiving end of it all the time. Wherever we go, can't get away from it. Even if we were to live in complete isolation, we depend on the kindness we have received from others. Our body came from others, our clothes, the food in our stomach, the water, our ability to understand these words, the health in our body, the shelter all around us. Try to get a sense of the interconnectedness of your life. That mind of isolation, loneliness, we can see that mind. It's like a cloud. This way of thinking helps us to move into a loving, warm, interconnected world that we feel part of. And we set our intention to meditate on behalf of all living beings who we are connected to. Whether directly or indirectly. And a sense of lightness and openness comes, and our heart opens to those around us. We connect to that compassion and kindness we have received from the moment we were born. So that is a deep connection to compassion in the very center of our heart. And to help us clear any distractions for our meditation, we engage in the 9-man breathing exercise. So I'm going to do this 3 rounds of this. I'm not going to guide it this morning, just to give you the chance to do it in your own time, get some deeper experience, hold your breath for as long as is comfortable. My body like a mountain. I have slowed down, and I'm abiding in the moment. Nowhere to go. My breath. Like the wind. And my mind like the sky. Letting go of the future, planning, worrying, projects, letting them go, letting go of the past, not thinking about the present, not making anything happen, not working out what is happening. Finally, we come to rest right now, enjoying our mind and relaxing deeply into this vast space. As our session draws to a close, we dedicate all the good energy to all the kind living beings across the world. May they find freedom, liberation, and peace in their lives. And we intend to try to remember the kindness of others today. Try to keep this at the forefront of our mind. Okay, thank you very much. When you're ready, please open your eyes. We try to remember the kindness of others. And when we have time to reflect, it could be, having a tea break, or if you're having a tea break, instead of getting the phone out, just sit there and see if you can connect to the network where that tea has come from, or coffee, or whatever you're drinking. Just take any object, even a pen, just a simple pen. When we're writing a pen, when we're writing with a pen, just a pen depends upon millions, countless people for us to be able to use a pen. Take any object. Saying a few days ago, even write down, create a kind of web, network. All the factors, the causes that needed to come into existence to create that pen. And you can always trace everything back in the human realm to the mother, if you wanted to. We can trace things back to whatever we choose to, but with respect to this understanding of compassion and kindness, the kindness of the mother, who gave us this life, gave us a home for those 9 months, and took care. Right now, the baby's being born on the mothers giving birth, walking around pregnant, so everywhere you look, you see mothers. And it's really helpful to see this compassion that we were touched by. All of us, whatever happened in our childhood and so forth, we were touched by that deep compassion. And of course, the compassion of the nurses. And that gives us some lightness when we're looking at others. Some respects, if we received obvious loving kindness as we were evolving and growing, then it's maybe more straightforward for us to return that. If we had difficulties and challenges as we were growing, it's maybe more, it requires a bit more reflection and contemplation, but meditation gives us that space to try to work things out, and in a sense, unravel some of the responses that we have towards others, towards humanity as a whole, and to try to go deeper than just what we're hearing, the superficial, and try to connect with that kindness and compassion. And with respect to the mother, there's something very, very deep there, and that is somewhere that is how we can build this compassion. Like I was saying at the beginning of the week, this week is the Dalai Lama. The Dalai Lama 85th birthday. So the Dalai Lama is like a living example of a practitioner who, he trained extensively from when he was a small boy, and he still practices. And he trained in Tibet, before the Chinese occupation. So he's that generation, 85 they're examples of practitioners who are kind of living examples of Buddhism and the essence of all these Buddhist teachings. And he talks about this thing quite a lot, how he believes that the fundamental essence of human beings is compassion. And how we need to try to relate to that. And he goes back to that compassion we receive from the mother as a way to help us appreciate that, and how everybody has received that. Good luck with your contemplations, and I'll see you tomorrow night at 7:30. Some of you I'll be seeing tomorrow for the Calm Abiding retreat at 10 a.m. Do a couple of hours of meditation then. Have a great day ahead, and I appreciate you coming along this morning. Looks like a beautiful day. Enjoy it.